Hello and welcome to Crime Watch Daily Updates. I'm your host, Anna Garcia. Circleville, Ohio is a poster child for small town America with its quaint Main Street and lifelong residents. But one blonde beauty dropped a bombshell that put Circleville on the map for reasons other than the city's annual pumpkin show. Tara Lambert had it all on the outside, but she also held a vendetta against her former friend and her ex-husband's ex-wife, Kellie Cook. Tara told her friend Ginny to make a threatening call to Kellie, and a few months later, Tara asked Ginny if she knew of a hitman that she could hire to kill Kellie. Ginny's conscience told her to reach out to law enforcement, and once she did, they put a sting together. So in July of 2015, Tara paid the fake hitman $125 as a down payment to kill Kellie. But little did Tara know that the undercover detective was recording their conversation. Tara was ultimately convicted in January of 2016 of conspiracy to commit aggravated murder and sentenced to 7 years. Now, in 2017, an appeals court overturned her conviction due to an error in the language in the indictment against her. But the next year, in a new indictment, she pleaded guilty to the same charge and was sentenced to 5 years in prison with time served. Now, let's take a look back at the case of this former model.
With her tailored power dresses and 5-inch stiletto heels, she'd look like she was playing the fierce, take no prisoners lead attorney in some primetime police show. But in this real-life courtroom drama, Tara Lambert was acting on the other side of the law. And all that high fashion was covering up some very cruel and gruesome intentions.
I mean, what do you want done with her?
Oh my God. Just put her in a chopper, like one of those lumberjack chopper things.
Circleville, Ohio. Like something out of a brochure for small-town American living, where in an average year, the most exciting thing to hit the town is the annual Pumpkin Festival.
Most of the people have lived here all their lives. The town has about 13,500 people. We have about 56,000 people in our county.
And in an understated little community like this, a bleached blonde knockout like Tara Lambert was hard to miss.
She, was pretty popular. Her reputation in high school, one of the 4 high schools around here, was that, she was the one who always had everything. She was daddy's girl.
The nicest clothes, the prettiest smile. In short, she was everything her high school friend Ginny was not.
She was raised in not the best of surroundings. I mean, she was living in a trailer park. Tara, her friend, always had more.
Tara believed that Jenny was somebody who'd been kind of a brawler in high school. She was in fights and was kind of the tough girl in school.
Not a bad person to have on your side. But as high school friends so often do, the girls drifted apart after graduation. Then, years later, Tara had a problem she thought Ginny might be able to help solve.
Kellie.
And it's Blevins Cook.
Kellie Blevins Cook, the woman Tara calls her problem. She was Tara's husband, Brandon's ex, and the biological mother of Tara's 2 stepdaughters.
The girls did have a relationship with Tara. Everybody I talked to indicates that Tara was actually very good to these girls.
I think she really wanted to be the mom to Brandon's children.
But Tara wasn't their mom, not really. But even though Brandon and Kellie had a custody agreement in place, somewhere along the way, things turned ugly. According to reports, Kellie wanted to modify the custody arrangement, and a series of legal battles ensued.
I think it's a typical domestic where everybody's fighting with everybody.
It was clear to all involved that there was no love lost between the Lamberts and the Cooks. But in this fight, Tara had what she thought was a secret weapon. That old hard-scrabble high school bruiser from the other side of the tracks, Ginny Cheadle.
I'm gonna buy you something nice for this.
Awesome, I love you.
I love you.
Ginny had not had any contact with Tara since high school until Tara had made contact with her sister-in-law.
I know, I can't wait to see you. I haven't seen your ass in forever.
I know, 5 billion years.
Right? I've seen your pictures though. You're so pretty as ever.
Oh, thank you. You're
After catching up on old times, Tara had a special request for her old enforcer. She wanted Ginny to make an anonymous phone call to Kellie, telling her to back off or else.
Ginny actually did what Tara asked.
When Ginny had called her back and said, hey, I made the phone call and I did threaten her, she said, oh my gosh, this is Tara's comments to Ginny were, oh my gosh, if I could find a way to legally murder her, I would.
Just talk? Maybe. But only a few months after that, Tara reaches out to Ginny again, sending her a message indicating she wants help with more than just a threatening phone call.
The text message that she received indicated, do you know anyone hard up for cash that will take care of our issue for good?
It could only mean one thing. Almost immediately, Ginny responds, and a devious plot is set in motion.
Well, I have somebody that might be able to help you out.
You know how much I would love that?
In a series of chilling texts and phone calls, Ginny acts as the go-between for Tara and the man she wants to take care of her issue for good.
He wants to know how much you'll pay him.
Like, what do you think is a good amount to say?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, you know, it just depends on what you're wanting done.
Oh, obviously, yeah. Girl. I mean, the bottom line is, if we're only gonna hurt her, then I want her to be hurt, like, more permanent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
disabled.
Okay.
But if we want to go all the way, then I want it to look like an accident, obviously, because of what I've gone through with her.
Yeah.
I would be like the first suspect, I'm sure.
Over the next several days, Tara and Ginny continue ironing out the details.
Driving home. What are you doing?
Well, I just left my buddy's house probably about a half hour ago.
Yeah?
He's wanting to know if you want to meet tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I can totally do that.
And just 1 week after that initial text,
I'm gonna, like, have an orgasm in my car just thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
I hate her so bad. I've never hated someone this bad.
Tara Lambert is on her way to finalize the hit.
Hey, girl, hey.
You look so pretty. This is Dee. Dee, this is Tara.
Hey.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What's going on with you? I hear you got a problem.
As casually as some people order lunch, Tara proceeds to order up a murder. There was just one little problem.
I need her away, gone.
Okay.
Uncommunicative.
Ginny Cheadle, the girl Tara used to set up the whole thing,
Can they hear you talking?
was working for police the entire time.
Those phone calls that you talked to her about was recorded.
What?
Coming up,
I just can't even tell you. I'm so happy about this.
just how far was Tara willing to go to exact her revenge?
So if he's there, you want him to go too?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't mind.
And
Am I really, like, arrested?
were Ginny and police the only players in Tara Lambert's deadly game?
The dilemma you had right at that point was making sure that the person that was looking to have a murder for hire committed didn't shop elsewhere.